Hello everyone, welcome to the World Uncle YouTube channel. Let's dive into today's news recap. We start with Rumeysa Gelgi, the world's tallest woman, who shares her unique flying experience and how airlines accommodate her special needs. Meanwhile, Donald Trump makes headlines with a bizarre map absorbing Canada, and also proposes renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, sparking a fiery response from Justin Trudeau. Next, we dive into the tech world with shocking details about the Tesla Cybertruck explosion in Las Vegas. Plus, Meta is replacing fact-checkers with community notes, causing quite a stir online. Meanwhile, an Irani cafe in India has gone viral for its hilarious set of rules on the menu. In another twist, Kim Jong-un has banned hot dogs as part of his crackdown on Western influence. Meanwhile, fans spot a Squid Game Season 2 Goof-Up. In Vietnam, citizens can now earn cash for reporting traffic violations under a new and unique policy. In a heartwarming story, Post Malone stuns a Houston bartender with a $20,000 Christmas Eve tip. Meanwhile, Moshe Nussbaum, the renowned Israeli journalist diagnosed with ALS, makes a remarkable comeback by using AI to recreate his voice and continue his career. Let's dive into the first news of the day. The world's tallest woman, Rumeysa Gelgi, measuring 215 centimeters or around 7 feet, recently traveled to the UK and US, sharing how unique her flying experience is. In a video posted by Guinness World Records, Gelgi explained that she needs to lie on a stretcher during flights due to scoliosis, which prevents her spine from bending. With 2 rods and 30 screws in her back, sitting upright is not an option, making lying flat the safest way for her to travel. Social media users praised both Gelgi and Turkish Airlines for ensuring her comfort during the journey. One Instagram user commented, "That's so kind of them," while another wrote, "I love Rumeysa so much. You taught me an important lesson. You should appreciate everything God gave you and treat it with positivity." Donald Trump recently shared a distorted map on Truth Social, showing Canada as part of the United States and captioned it with "Oh Canada." The map quickly caught attention, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party responded with a post on X, clearly differentiating between the United States and not the United States. This post follows Trump's earlier remarks threatening to use economic force to bring Canada into the U.S. as its 51st state. He argued that the move would benefit both nations, especially for national security. Trump also mentioned that the line separating the two countries was artificially drawn. Trudeau immediately shot down the idea, tweeting, "There isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become part of the United States." He emphasized that both nations benefit from their strong trading and security partnership. In a provocative announcement from Mar-a-Lago, President-elect Donald Trump has proposed renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. He argued that the name change would better reflect the U.S.'s economic and military influence in the region. The proposal follows ongoing tensions with Mexico, particularly concerning immigration policies. Check out his announcement video first.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
While the idea would require international agreements and substantial updates to maps, navigational systems, and official documentation, potentially costing billions, critics warn that it could damage diplomatic relations with Mexico and other neighboring countries. They view it as nationalistic rather than constructive. Despite its symbolic appeal to some domestic audiences, the feasibility and long-term impact of the proposal remain uncertain. Las Vegas police have uncovered that Army Green Beret Matthew Livelsberger used generative AI tools, including ChatGPT, to plan the explosion of a Tesla Cybertruck outside the Trump Hotel. The 37-year-old, who fatally shot himself after the attack, had been searching for information related to explosives, ammunition speeds, and fireworks laws in Arizona. Investigations showed that Matthew had used ChatGPT to find publicly available data, with the AI tool warning against harmful or illegal activities. In addition to the AI searches, authorities found Matthew's journal, which indicated he believed he was being tracked by law enforcement. The journal also detailed his plan to use the explosion as a wake-up call about national issues. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation, with authorities considering factors like racing fuel and a firearm flash as potential triggers. Meta is ending its use of independent fact-checkers on Facebook and Instagram in the US and will now rely on a community note system inspired by X. CEO Mark Zuckerberg said third-party moderators were biased and that Meta wants to promote free speech. The change comes as Meta seeks better relations with President-elect Donald Trump.
We've reached a point where it's just too many mistakes and too much censorship. The recent elections also feel like a cultural tipping point towards once again prioritizing speech. So we're going to get back to our roots and focus on reducing mistakes, simplifying our policies, and restoring free expression on our platforms. More specifically, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to get rid of fact-checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US. After Trump first got elected in 2016, the legacy media wrote nonstop about how misinformation was a threat to democracy. We tried in good faith to address those concerns without becoming the arbiters of truth. But the fact-checkers have just been too politically biased and have destroyed more trust than they've created, especially in the US. So over the next couple of months, we're going to phase in a more comprehensive community notes system.
Critics worry the new system could spread misinformation and hate speech. Activists believe the move is politically driven to please the Trump administration. Meta assured users that content related to self-harm and eating disorders is there and will still be carefully moderated. For now, these changes only apply in the US, while Europe and the UK can continue using fact-checkers. An Irani cafe in India has gone viral for its menu filled with amusing rules like no flirting with cashier and no mobile games. These cafes, introduced by Persian immigrants during the colonial era, are cherished across India for their simple yet delicious food like tea and bun maska, along with their no-nonsense atmosphere. The cafe's menu not only lists food items but also quirky rules such as no credit, no bargaining, and unusual ones like no digging nose and no brushing teeth. This playful approach has added to the cafe's charm, making it a beloved cultural icon known for humor and tradition. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has reportedly banned the consumption of hot dogs, calling it an attempt to curb Western influence. According to NHK, citizens caught cooking or selling hot dogs were arrested and sentenced to hard labor in notorious camps. Hot dogs aren't the only banned food. Budae-jjigae, a fusion dish made from spam and kimchi, has also been prohibited. North Korea's strict regime goes beyond food, controlling everything from fashion to media. Citizens cannot wear jeans, flashy clothes, or unauthorized hairstyles. Foreign media consumption is outlawed, and even satellite dishes are banned. In an extreme example, citizens cannot celebrate birthdays on July 8th or December 17th, days marking the deaths of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. K-drama fans were quick to spot a major mistake in the 7th episode of Squid Game Season 2. A cameraman can be seen in the background, visibly filming a scene from a different angle. While the editors overlooked this goof-up, eagle-eyed viewers caught it immediately. The scene in question involves Gi-hun and his group ambushing guards in a desperate attempt to end the deadly game. Despite the slip-up, Squid Game Season 2 has been a huge success. With anticipation building for Season 3, Netflix Korea unintentionally revealed the release date, June 27, 2025. Fans can expect to see familiar faces like Lee Jung-jae and Lee Byung-bin-hun, alongside a mix of returning and new cast members. Vietnam has introduced an innovative policy to boost road safety, allowing citizens to earn money by reporting traffic violations. Under Decree 176, effective from January 1st, individuals who provide verified information on traffic offenses can receive up to 5 million Vietnamese dong, about $200 equivalent to 10% of the administrative fine. The decree also rewards nighttime officers managing traffic with a cash incentive of up to 200,000 Vietnamese dong, about $8 per 4-hour shift. This unique approach aims to enhance road safety, reduce violations, and maintain public order by actively involving citizens and law enforcement officers in traffic management. The policy has already sparked discussions about its effectiveness in curbing traffic issues. In an unexpected twist, a quiet Christmas Eve turned into a life-changing moment for Houston bartender Renee Brown, who was left in disbelief after receiving a massive $20,000 tip from rapper Post Malone. The surprise unfolded at the Rail Yard Bar, where the rapper, known for his down-to-earth persona, made an unannounced visit before his halftime performance with Beyoncé at the Houston Texans Christmas Day game. Brown, who had been struggling with 2 jobs and caring for her child, called the act a Christmas miracle. The staggering tip came at a time when she desperately needed support, leaving her in awe of Malone's generosity. "He changed my life," she said, still processing the surreal encounter. In an inspiring turn of events, celebrated Israeli journalist Moshe Nussbaum, who was diagnosed with ALS 2 years ago, is set to return to television thanks to groundbreaking AI technology that recreates his distinct voice. Nussbaum, 71, thought his reporting career was over as the disease gradually robbed him of his ability to speak clearly. Now, with an AI-powered voice cloning program and an AI avatar, Nussbaum will deliver commentary and analysis for Channel 12 News, allowing him to continue sharing his expertise despite his condition.
התגעגענו, כבר המון זמן לא ישבת פה באולפן.
האמת שגם אני התגעגעתי, אבל כדי שנוכל להמשיך את הרעיון הזה, אני אעשה לך קסם קטן.
הנה, כמו פעם. מה את אומרת? אוהבת?
האמת, נוסי AI, מי היה מאמין שדווקא אתה תהיה הראשון? מפתיע.
האמת שאני יושב כאן באולפן פעם ראשונה אחרי יותר משנה. זה עושה לי קצת מוזר, ובעיקר צובט בלב.
Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and stay awesome.